siege to your gas station.
Number 5, it stopped recording. Anthony's on, Logan's on, Caleb's on. Hey, number 5. I don't know why it stopped recording.
Dang it!
I don't know why it stopped recording. I'm giving up on this laptop. I don't have this problem with my Mac. I am quitting with this stupid laptop.
How many times have we recorded this one already? This is the
Fourth time, yeah.
Fourth.
It's number 5. Look, we're only going for 45 minutes this time. We can't make an hour. We don't have enough time for that. I'm sorry, Caleb.
Thank you.
So,
Caleb's excited.
I know Caleb's excited.
I'm not excited. I'd love to do this for an hour, but I just don't have time. Today's a busy day.
I know it is.
If we record this at 1, this would have been great. But
I said 1. We said 1.
No.
Yes, the original plan was 1.
I said 1 and you said 2.
No.
Because
Wait.
You said 2, I said 1. And
No,
then
I
you guys
said 1.
No, I said 1, and then Anthony, you said 2 because you had an appointment.
Oh, yeah, because I got lied to, and it's actually tomorrow.
See, this
So-
is all your fault.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be
sorry.
his fault. It'd be the person who lied to him. So that would be your mother?
Yes.
Mrs.
All right.
Carly.
That happens.
Yeah. it is.
I found that out
I
later.
don't even know what we're talking about anymore. This is lost complete
Okay.
structure.
So-
Okay. No, we still got the structure.
Yeah, we do.
No,
have
the
stuff.
structure's been burnt down, and we're just sitting on the ashes.
You mean like how when I play Minecraft and I just take a bucket of lava to a village? That kind of burnt down?
If you want to bring video game logic to it, yeah, sure.
Well, hey, this is a video game podcast, so. Speaking of video games, you know what I finally freaking figured out? Nat type.
Oh, my word. Yes.
I do not understand. Like, can somebody please explain to me why it still has to be gone through NAT type for gaming connection? Like, I've never had a problem with that on a PC game for online. Never once. Played World of Warcraft, played Battlefront, played Battlegrounds, played
Minecraft.
Battlefield, played Minecraft, played, oh boy, what else? Played the original Call of Duty on PC. Never once had a NAT type problem.
No, but it's now like just recently. Like I get on, what is it, Destiny?
Yeah.
I can get on with like other people perfectly fine, but because of my NAT type, I can't do the whole mic thing.
Yeah, now see what's really making me happy is some games are starting to incorporate your network settings into the game.
Yes.
So you can actually, instead of having to back out from the entire game, quit the game, and go change your network settings, you can actually monitor that all within game, like in Advanced Warfare.
I was actually playing that game the other day.
It's actually really fun. I don't know why
I
everybody
I got
hates
back.
it.
Well, it's
Here's the
short
thing.
on story, and that's
Here's
what
the
it
thing.
just didn't have content to begin with, like a lot
But
of
nobody
it.
plays Call of Duty for the story. Let's be honest.
I did.
We're talking about Destiny here, right?
No,
we're
I was talking about-
we're-
I was talking about Destiny.
I'm on Advanced Warfare now.
yeah, we just switched to Advanced Warfare.
I missed that. I was on Destiny.
Good job, Caleb.
Nice.
Okay, yes, Destiny, very good game. We all
Short
love
on
it.
story.
Yes,
Very short on story.
Yeah.
But they're getting there. But it's just
But-
all expansions,
okay,
which is
so-
the worst part of like having an online game with no
Okay,
story
yes,
to
I do
begin
want to
with.
real quick
Yeah.
rant about that. Stop making a game, making us pay an extra $20 if we want to continue the story.
Right.
That's irritating.
Now, I didn't want to play Dark Below because I heard it was just unneedingly hard or unnecessarily hard.
But
I actually played some of the Dark Below because I have some friends that have it. It's actually worth doing because once you get to level 20, you don't level up from like experience and stuff. It's all based on armor.
Yeah, which
And
is
you
really
can,
hard.
You
but,
can
know?
get well with the Dark Below. You can level up a lot easier because you're doing these harder missions.
okay.
I just didn't
but
want to pay $20.
I do want to
for
point
it.
out, just because Blizzard was able to get away with it with Warcraft,
Yes,
with the expansions, now every game thinks that they can. And
it's very annoying.
but the thing with Blizzard is they still allow you to play the game with all the other ones, and each one is basically a standalone game. They just add it all into one game together.
oh yeah,
So it's not like you get a short snippet of the story and then, oh yeah, you have to pay $20 to get this one, and then you have to pay $20 to get this one. And they add in a few extra things. But with Blizzard and Warcraft, it's like they added in classes, they added in new locations, they added in a crap load of new weapons, they added in thousands of new quests with each edition. It's, they're adding a whole another like 2 years, 3 years worth of the game for a casual player.
yeah.
I think we should go back and play that again. I was playing it the other day. I'm like, oh, this would be great.
What, Destiny?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe if you guys both had Xboxes.
Well, you know
Do you
what?
still have the PlayStation version? Or no.
I still have the PlayStation, but we can't record that.
No, but we can still play it.
Yeah, but what's the point of playing
Okay,
it if we
but
can't
here's the
record it?
issue. Caleb has a PS4 and you have a PS3. That doesn't work.
Caleb
I
still
ha-
has his PS3.
I have my PS3. And
Oh,
that's
I forgot
that's
you
what Destiny's on.
Oh, you didn't
else
get
I'd
it
have
for
to pay-
PS4?
No.
No, you
Why
have.
didn't
You
could.
have
Why didn't you get it for PS4?
Caleb, you have a free download for PS4 because I bought it on PS3 and you used my download.
I'd have to pay for PlayStation Plus, and I won't do that yet. I'm not ready for it.
Just get PlayStation
I'm
Plus.
gonna
my
get it
You
God.
get no.
eventually when I.
Listen, you get free games,
Every month.
and it actually helps support Sony because you know how Sony always gets hacked and stuff like that.
It's because they.
By now having to pay to play online, they're gonna upgrade their servers, and it's gonna be a lot better. So, like Xbox, they're not getting hacked every
I'm
other
not saying I'm not
weekend.
gonna do it. I just haven't done it yet.
Just start doing it.
I just haven't done it yet.
Just do
Just
it.
do it.
I
Nike.
will eventually do
Come
it
on, Nike.
when I
Hey, Nike.
want to.
Just do it. Caleb, it's not that expensive.
It's really
Like, what,
not.
$60 a year?
It's
50,
not even
50
that.
bucks a
Oh,
year.
It's not
It's
even.
less than Xbox Live
It's not
for
even
a year.
$10 a week. You can't spare $10 a week to play online.
You mean a month?
No, a week. There's
week?
52 weeks in a year. If it's
A month?
So you're talking about $1.
no,
It's
Oh, yeah,
just
it
under
is
a
$1,
dollar,
my
not
bad.
$10
yeah, it's less than $1 a week, Caleb.
A year?
for a year. Yes,
For a year, it's $50.
Just do it.
A month, right?
No, it's $50 a year.
Who am I?
Caleb,
Okay, we're done. We're done here.
we're done with you.
I can't even. But I can
Don't
odd.
don't even get me started.
I can odd. I just can't even.
No God.
Also, totally random tangent here. Kind of relates to Destiny because Destiny is technically science fantasy, maybe. It's more fiction, but Leonard Nimoy has passed. This podcast is going to come out probably about a week and a half after that announcement.
I don't know what that was, but keep going.
Yeah, that was a weird noise. I think that was your Mac. But
I'll go check that out. You guys keep talking.
okay, but yeah, Leonard Nimoy has passed, and he was really probably one of the most iconic actors of the last generation of acting. Wouldn't you say, Caleb?
I think in general he's one of the most iconic, just because he played a pretty iconic character.
I mean, Spock. Everybody knows. Most people know the "Live Long and Prosper," the little Vulcan hand sign. All
he
the
played Kirk, didn't he?
no, Caleb. But he played that role from
I fixed
1968
it.
until 1968 until 2013 when
1966.
1966 until 2013 when Into Darkness was released.
Yes.
And yes, his little part was not much in that, but his whole part was like, I know I said I wasn't going to interfere, but Khan, screw that guy. Basically was his part in that movie, right?
Did you know William Shatner wanted to do that too? Like he wanted to do his own, like the same thing, like older version of Kirk.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out so well. Spock actually had a good,
It made sense for Spock to do it.
right?
It would have
because
made no sense for William Shatner
William
to come in.
Shatner to tell Kirk that there is a danger growing in space.
I love how he only talked like that for Kirk. That was the only way he talked. Like anything else, he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
like that.
anything else he talked normal, but everything else, if he was talking as Kirk, he would talk like
It might have been
this.
just the director,
Can
like,
I-
"Hey, you should be really dramatic," and so he'd like pause like a lot.
Right, he would do smell the fart acting.
May I actually have a confession here?
Confess.
I
Confess your
still
sins.
I still have not seen Star Trek.
Like which ones?
The new ones.
Oh, the new ones.
You
And
still
I-
haven't seen them?
And
They're great.
I've only seen. I mean, I've seen some of the old TV show, but I
The
didn't
old
see a
TV
lot
show
of
is
it.
different because
Well,
it's
yeah, it
very
was.
political and very
Yeah,
slow.
it's not.
If you're not into
not
like,
action packed at all.
it's not super.
Oh, yeah,
action-packed.
I knew
Well,
that.
due to their
much more
budget.
intellectual.
I've seen some
Very
of them.
intellectual.
I didn't get too much into it, but like everyone was saying, like especially you, Caleb, saying, "Oh, you need to go see the new Star Trek movie." Haven't done it yet. Haven't seen
okay.
the first one or
I
the
own
second
both
one.
of them. You can borrow them. I own
But
them on
here's the
Blu-ray.
thing that takes time.
Hey, Anthony, can you go buzz Brenton real quick,
No,
please? Just
Brent,
yeah, Brent's here
why?
because we're hanging out later. But
Gosh dang it.
anyway,
I hate Brent.
why would you whisper that into the mic? Sorry, audience. But Spock, Leonard Nimoy. I saw a photo shoot from him on Reddit that it showed him being put into the Spock costume for the very last time, And it was really an emotional photo set just because the smile on his face when he was looking in the mirror and seeing the Vulcan ears on him, you can tell that that was probably one of his more favorite roles and how he really loved that role. And it was just kind of a happy but sad thing at the same time to see that. It just, it's really cool how he went out on top of his career like that.
So speaking of movies, I just saw something on Reddit that's actually really, really cool.
Did you read it?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of Reddit.
Well, no,
'cause I
it was
read
more
on
like
Reddit.
photos. But you guys remember the Mines of Moria
Yes,
in Lord of the
I
Rings?
do actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone made a hidden door to their theater with the Mines of Moria
Yeah, that is pretty cool, but it's so it's like hidden, and you said it lights up, right?
Yes, it lights up.
Okay, I would definitely wire that up to like a daylight sensor outside so that it would only turn on at night.
That would be so cool.
I wouldn't have the patience for that. I just Google it and get a picture off of Google and then just tape a flashlight behind it. That'd be my door.
It's definitely money that was way too much, but definitely well spent though.
Oh, it was definitely well spent.
So there's always that.
I don't know.
It was
I
too
think,
much money well spent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would definitely do it, just especially like how you said, because with the indoor theaters, you don't
really
usually use them in the day.
No.
So then it's just kind of like a hidden room, and then all of a sudden it just kind of is there when you're gonna use it at
Right.
night.
Well, because it's usually a projection screen, so
Yes.
if you have that, you're never gonna use that during the day. You can't even see it unless you're in a windowless room.
Yes. Which I know for me and for you, we had windows when we had it.
Yeah, and blackout curtains are expensive. So
Oh yes, they are.
so nobody.
Oh
wants
wait,
to pay for
Caleb
those.
still has one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Caleb does have a theater. Well, he has a projector, but it's not really a theater system.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of got it set up.
They got a projector and surround sound and a futon.
Hey, that futon's comfy,
That
and they have
futon's
and they have the
amazing.
chair.
Oh yeah,
That
right, I
chair.
forgot
There's
the
a chair.
I forgot the chair.
That is
I don't use
Caleb's
the chair.
throne.
Yeah, that's Caleb's old
I
man
use
chair.
everything's my throne,
Oh,
dude.
so
Wherever I sit's my throne.
I want to point out, hey, Denick, come over here. Come say hi. Just come say hi.
Yeah, Denick.
Yeah,
All
Denick's
right.
in the room.
Well, now that he's here, let's just have a conversation between you
Oh.
and me, Anthony.
Okay. So Denick and I were playing Advanced Warfare a couple of days ago. And and Denick really hates that game, but I like it. Well, while we're playing, I had the sudden realization that I had hit old man status because I'm sitting here in my rocking chair wearing Carhartt pants, a flannel shirt, and loafers. And I'm just like, this is definitely old man status right now.
I've seen some pretty hip old people.
I know, but it was just old man status. I had my feet up on my
Look at Ian
footrest.
McKellen. That guy wears a pink tux.
Dude, that guy is awesome. I mean, seriously,
Style points right there.
I'm pretty sure if they were to do the movie of what's the book? The other
Bible?
book for Lord of the Rings.
The Silmarillion?
Yes, Silmarillion.
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 Sounds it out.
Silmarillion.
It's Silmarillion, isn't it?
Silmarillion.
Silmarillion?
Yeah, Silmarillion.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's basically a history book.
Oh yes,
though.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure if Ian McKellen was still alive and they were to do that, he would totally do it.
You know, he's
loves the
only
character.
pushing 80 something.
Dude, he still has his staves and the hats in his basement.
he does. He kept them. He was like, I want those.
I'm excited for his next movie, Mr. Holmes. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh
Is
yes.
he's playing Mr. Holmes,
He's playing Sherlock Holmes in his 90s,
but Ian's only like 80.
but they made him look older. Like they
How
had to take
old
they had to
is-
take an old guy
Wait.
and make him older.
How old
They
is
had to make him look older?
Wait, somebody
Yeah.
look up.
How
I'm
do
gonna
you
look
do
up-
that?
Makeup.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I know, but
It's crazy. I'll Google a picture and you can put it in
Hold
the
on. I'm
Discord.
going to look up how old Ian McKellen is.
I believe he's what? 80
Last I thought he was like
89?
79.
Ooh, I thought he was like
I mean, he's
80.
not
75.
too much older, but they
Oh,
did.
he's 75?
Yeah. And meanwhile,
wow.
Christopher Lee is pushing 93.
Yeah, he
I knew he was old.
looks like they did some makeup to him and made him look older.
Yeah, Christopher Lee doesn't look like he's 93. That's the thing.
No. So,
He's even
Also-
older in the trailer. That they released a picture. And here's the picture,
No,
like the
I'm sorry,
initial
Christopher is
publicity
92.
picture.
oh yes.
They,
Okay.
they released in like a trailer with him, and he looks even older. It's like actually kind of scary.
Okay, one of my favorite things about Christopher Lee, though, Okay, hold on. You gotta let me see this.
That's a good. It's a good screenshot.
That is the best. Okay.
Oh, even better. Even better.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Oh, Caleb, you gotta give me those links.
Okay,
so I
yeah,
can-
we need to throw
we
those.
gotta
Just
throw
save
those
those
in.
links. Those need
Save
to go in the
the
link
links.
dump.
I'll just leave it up.
Okay. One of my favorite stories though about Christopher Lee. You guys remember in the Two Towers when
This is the director's cut too.
no, it's not the director's cut.
No, this is not Two Towers. This is Are you talking about his death scene?
Yeah, okay,
That's the Return of the King.
yeah,
The
that
Gang
is
of
Return of the King. I'm sorry. You know when Wormy Man guy butthead,
Worm tongue.
yeah, Worm Tongue stabs him in the back.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson wanted Christopher to go like as he was falling, and then
Yes, I do
Christopher
remember
Lee
this.
just turns to him and goes,
And
"Have you ever heard the sound a man makes when you stab him in the back?" And Peter Jackson goes, "No." Well, I have. I know what to do.
Yeah, the guy's
everybody was-
lived a very long time.
Man.
He's fought in a couple world
Yeah,
wars.
he was, and everybody was just kind of like, "All right then."
yes, that actually was the director's cut.
It
Yes,
was.
it was
Yes,
the
that's the
director's cut.
that's the extended
Okay.
version.
Yeah, because he was British SAS in World War One, I believe.
I don't know
Something
if
like that.
Was it World War One or World War Two?
It was World War One or World War Two.
The guy's 93 or 4.
And he's also released 2 metal albums in the past 10 years.
No,
That's
he
right.
would be he'd be too young to I think in
No. That would-
1917. Let's do the math here.
Oh yeah, it would have been World War Two.
It would be World War Two, I think. He'd be way too young.
Yeah, he was in the North African campaign, Allied
Yeah.
invasion of Italy, and the Battle of Monte Cassino.
Huh.
This dude was a boss.
Yeah, he's lived quite a life.
Yeah.
I was so entertained when I saw The Hobbit and I saw his like last part where he I knew it wasn't
Yeah.
him. They had a stunt person, but it was just really entertaining to watch him like
was-
running around beating people with a
It
staff.
was
Right.
very entertaining to see just like old guys just kind of going
Well, you
at
have to
it.
know how old he is, and you have to know his personality. So I'm just
No.
like, as I'm watching that scene, I'm picturing like his metal album to him like fighting people with him singing, and that's how I pictured that scene.
Just
Speaking of movies,
yeah.
I have a bone to pick with you, Logan.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Podcast number 2.
Okay.
You said that white balancing.
Well, because it is.
No, you said that white balancing is not necessary.
it isn't. It's not necessary.
Is it blue or black, or is it white and gold?
Oh my gosh. It's light blue and orange. Okay.
Okay, yes, I know that. But the
get over
issue is all about white balancing.
Yeah, but okay, that's because nobody bothered to white balance it in post because it
That's-
was just a stupid picture.
It doesn't matter. But that's the issues that you get with white balancing.
But if you know it's white, then you can white balance it yourself, or if you know what color it's supposed to be.
Okay, but here's the thing. What happens when you don't and you get and you don't do that and then you get colors like our one video that we did like 3 years ago?
Well, then you're just stupid. And we tried to white balance that. It was just because that carpet was horrendously red.
It doesn't matter. It's still something that should be done.
Yeah, but that carpet was just horrendously red. There was nothing we could have done about that.
Still. It
Okay.
would have looked better if we would have white balanced
We
before.
did.
No, we didn't.
I swear we tried on the wall, and it just couldn't because of the carpet.
The only place that actually looked decent was when we were in with the brick wall. That was the only time that it ever looked good.
Yeah, but we did try to white balance. I do remember we had.
I know we did try, but it was like a weird mix of oranges and greens.
Yeah, so we just brought it into post and we made the walls white.
Fix it in post.
Even still, it looked like
See,
red
we
and
fixed it
green.
in post.
just fix it. In
Barely.
post.
That was just bad lighting. The lighting in that room was really orange. Anyway.
Yeah, it does have to do with lighting a lot.
Oh, I
Like,
know
we
it does.
never like white balance like traditionally on set. It's just like whatever.
Yeah,
If
because
it's
do it
lit
later.
nice, well, whatever. We'll do it
yeah,
later.
the lighting for those rooms it's halogen bulbs, and
Oh, yeah, I
halogen
know.
bulbs are extremely orange unless you're using
Some
like
gels.
a higher temperature bulb for like theater and lighting use.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get a stupid low temperature orangey.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I'm just saying, yes, it does matter because of issues like that.
It's still trivial. I'm gonna maintain an argument here.
You're both right in this sense, so
He's wrong.
I'm not wrong. You're wrong. And you're a butthole.
Yum.
Hey. Negativity.
Going back to that stupid dress.
Remember we did say that we were going to say things and then go back on those things? We established that in podcast 1. So,
Oh, yeah, I know.
everything's pretty much out the window.
Yeah, no, I ruined that. Like the first podcast I was in, like
Number
you guys
2.
was, hey guys, no negativity, Caleb. And I
Yeah.
was just like, screw that. This is content. I'll do this. I'll do what I want.
Anthony, don't eat in the mic. The audience can hear that.
But yeah, going back to that stupid dress, like that thing annoys me so much. I hate that people are intrigued by it.
I know what you mean.
It's really dumb.
Right, I can't
like
believe that.
At school I was sitting there and people were like, "Hey, is it wait, what colors do you see?" I'm like, blue and black." And they're like, "Really?" Because I see white and orange or white and yellow or gold, whatever it was.
I saw white and gold.
And I was just like, who cares? And so people were freaking out at lunchtime, like staring at it and like, it's awesome type of. And that's what they were saying. And I was just like, look, I see it as blue and black. And then I also saw the inside of a wall when I beat my head into it after getting so annoyed.
Honestly, though, the first time I saw it, I saw like a washed out robin's egg blue and a golden-ish color, but with an orangey tint. So I was actually more right than I thought.
That's kind of what I definitely saw. But
It's kinda
what was
what he
actually
definitely
kind of
saw.
funny
Kinda
was
definitely.
I saw a photo where people actually inverted it, and the colors stayed the same.
Okay.
Like the background, you could clearly see was inverted, but that didn't change much.
Okay, so totally random, but people suck. Okay, I've found this out. Like I always knew people
Sorry,
suck.
audience.
No, like as a general rule.
Oh no,
human
no.
beings are just the worst.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Because
100%.
Like you work food service, and I work at a gas station now. So
Caleb just doesn't deal with people.
this guy,
I don't have to. It's awesome.
real quick, real talk
the
here.
greatest
This
thing
is
ever.
gonna be disgusting, but this guy comes running into the gas station, goes to the bathroom. I'm on my lunch break, so I didn't see it. Well, he comes out about 5 minutes later. The entire gas station just smells absolute rank. I have to go to the bathroom.
When you gotta go though, you gotta go.
Hold on.
That's what the bathroom's
Hold
there
on.
for.
I had to go to the bathroom. So I walk over there. I open up the door. There is feces smeared all over the back of the toilet.
Oh.
This man did not attempt to clean this up.
Oh.
So, being that I had just eaten, I about threw up.
What do you do? Have a monkey with him? What the heck?
I don't know.
Who does that?
It must have been explosive diarrhea or something. But so I walked back to
Dude,
the
he
counter.
barely
Did he like
made it.
stand up?
don't
He
know.
barely made it.
It must have been a crash
Barely
landing.
made it, yeah.
But okay, so I go back to the counter to grab the stuff to clean it up, and I'm like bent over, almost puking. So I made
that's
my
so
coworker
gross.
Jen clean it up.
You made a woman clean it up.
I made Jen clean it up.
I met Jen last
Chivalry.
night. She's so nice.
She
Why
is.
would you do that to her?
I couldn't. I couldn't. Okay,
Oh,
it was
my
so
word.
disgusting. I had just eaten. I was about to throw up, and we had to have an air freshener. But what's even worse is before we got to clean it up, 2 people went into the bathroom, one after another,
Whoa.
and didn't say anything about it.
Well,
to
you know,
us.
you don't really expect much out of a.
Yeah, but it
gas
was
station.
smeared
But
all over the back of the toilet. You
still.
would expect them to say, "Hey, by the way, your bathroom's disgusting. Clean it."
Oh yeah, no, like
I would.
I totally know what you mean. Like we've had stuff like that happen in fast food plenty of times.
Why would you not tell me?
Oh
Yeah.
no. Like usually people will tell
Gas
us, and
stations
we're
are so
like, "Oh,
horrible.
thank you." Like it's not offensive to come and tell us that our bathroom's
Right, that's
dirty
what the
because
sign is for.
I
It
I
says
feel
if
so
it's-
wrong when I go into a gas
Okay.
station. I just feel so wrong.
And
It's just a
then-
horrible place.
Yeah, they are. I can attest to.
I walked in because Nick Marsh, you guys
Nick
probably
the
know
Brick.
him. Nick the
Yeah.
Brick Slick. Yeah, he works at the gas station. He hates it there, but I'll walk in every once in a while
I
at like
like
11:30, and I'll just say hi to him,
Right.
and we'll just talk for an hour. But it's he's got some funny stories. Like this guy came in, and we should probably have him on the podcast sometime. He has got some funny stories.
Yeah, we should. We'd
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
get Nick on here.
Next time I see him, I'll ask him if he wants to do it.
Do it, please.
But yeah, it was just oh my goodness. Like he had a guy come in, and he got a toothbrush, and
A condom.
no, it was
Just be a weird combination.
no, it was a weird.
no,
he
that
got,
no, that would totally work.
he got a
You gotta
toothbrush and
clean it
something
before
else.
you go in.
And then he walked up to the counter and he just looks at Nick and
Did he get
goes,
some Lysol too?
"Yeah." But he basically he
small
goes up,
mini vacuum?
he takes this toothbrush, walks up to the counter Nick is like, all right, is that all you need? And he's like, yeah, you know.
What?
Looks at him and gives him this really like
What?
satisfied look.
What?
And Nick's just like,
Okay.
no, I really don't. Please.
Please elaborate.
No. He's like, no, please do not enlighten me. Just go.
Okay.
And the guy's just like, yeah,
So,
man. I'm just like,
I got a
oh,
couple-
That's
wow.
something you would do, Caleb.
I got
No,
a
it is
couple more,
not
though,
something
for
I
you.
would do.
Yes, it
I would
is.
not step foot in a gas station.
Yeah.
You do all the
It's
time.
gross.
I hate it.
Okay, I got a couple more for you. You know how we have a car wash, right?
Okay.
Out behind the gas station.
Yeah.
We don't run it. We don't own it.
Yeah.
There's another person who does. Well, the car wash wasn't working, so we put it out of order, and then we put cones in front of it. Well, this gentleman comes in and he says he wants a car wash. We're like, it's out of order. He's like, really? People are going through. Like, we just talked to the owner. It's out of order. He's on his way to fix it. He's like, well, the cones are out. They're not there, and people are going through it. I just saw them. So we're like, whatever. We sold him a car wash. Turns out somebody had moved the cones and went through the car wash anyway.
Oh my word.
Like, who just does that? Who just moves the cones and goes in anyway, even though it's broken? Like, at that point, you're risking your own safety.
Oh yeah, it really is.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome.
And then I had this drunk lady come in, and she
Oh, okay. That's always the funnest when they're
okay,
drunk.
she comes in, she goes into the bathroom, and she's just like in there singing. I don't know what she's doing. And then she walks up to the counter, and she just sits there, puts her arms down, just bam, and then leans over the counter. I'm like, what can I get for you? She's like, oh, nothing. My boyfriend's bringing my purse in. And I was like, okay. And then she walked out. I was like, what just happened?
Oh my word.
She got tired of waiting
I had this drunk
She was only there for like a second.
I had this drunk guy who came
for a
who
drunk
was
person.
just
It's probably
gonna sit.
an eon.
It probably is.
They were just kind of sitting around waiting for like a ride or something.
Right.
And I'm out cleaning, making sure that everything looks nice. And he looks at me, he's like, "Hey, how much is a pie?" And I tell him, I'm like, "Just that much." He's like, he pulls out his wallet and he's like, "Go get me one." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Go get me one." I'm like, "Whatever." So I just kind of go do it. Come back, give it to him. Great. Our water's free here. Yeah. Go get me one. I'm like, what is going on?
He thought you were Caleb, a butler.
I see what
He,
you did
pro-
there.
he was
But-
probably
Pow.
just trying to be a
No,
dick.
but it was hilarious.
Shots
No,
fired.
because he was clearly drunk, and
Clearly.
then like I came back and I gave it to him. He passed out like 2 minutes later, just gone.
Solid.
It was hilarious.
This is why I don't work with people.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I mean, whatever. It was kind of entertaining. And then also, do you ever get like the fake homeless people?
Oh, yeah, there's this one dude who stands out in the corner all day, and we've called security on him like 7 or 8 times, and apparently...
Your gas station has security?
No, the main store has security.
Yes.
Oh.
I work at a Meyer gas station.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. So we called what I guess it's called loss prevention now,
Yes.
which we called them, and basically they can't do anything until he's actually like asking customers at the pumps for money. And he comes into the store and buys cigarettes with it. And he doesn't buy like cheap cigarettes. No. This dude goes for fucking Marlboros. Like the most expensive cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like,
we had.
seriously, dude?
Do you guys remember the big thing?
Or Newports too.
I think it was a year ago. The big thing with the guy who was out by the expressway over by
Oh,
my
yeah.
work, and he was saying like he had a bunch of like he was homeless and whatnot, and then people saw him getting into like cars and
Yeah,
stuff
there
like
was
that
one
and driving off.
Free
and-
Beer and Hot Wings did a stunt with that where Joe, their producer Joe, stood out on a corner farther downtown Grand Rapids, and he was like basically just debunking the dude on the other corner with his sign. And the guy tried to call the cops on Joe, and they were just basically like, if you can stand here, he can stand here. So the dude
Yeah.
was just like raging hardcore, and he eventually left.
Okay, but here's the thing. So there's a guy like the expressway is right by my work.
Right, your
And-
McDonald's is right
yes,
off.
right there. And so he's always right there at the expressway, good. A lot of cars come in. And I'm sitting there and he'll come in with wads and wads and wads of like 20s.
Yeah, like
And I'm
seriously.
like, seriously? Whatever. So we help him. And one time he's like,
Homeless people are rich, man. I'll tell you.
Oh, I
It
know.
is. It's a
no,
good business.
just let me finish. He's then sitting out in the lobby on a cell phone, swearing super loudly, just like, when the F are you gonna be here and stuff like that. I'm like, what the crap? You're like out there begging for money so you don't have to get a job, and
That's
you're gonna
a
be
lot of people
lazy.
these days. That's why I just don't have trust in homeless people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've only ever given money to 2 of them.
I don't do it just
don't do it.
because of that.
Even
I
if
mean,
they are homeless, it's usually like to go buy drugs. Like,
That's why now I do what Matt does, and I just offer to walk them down to the nearest food establishment and pay for their meal.
oh yeah, and a lot
That's
of
a much
times you
better
can
way to
tell
handle
who actually is or isn't by doing stuff like that, because then they'll be like, oh, I don't want that, and they walk away or stuff like that. Then
Right.
it's like, you know that they're clearly faking it, and it really, I feel bad for the people who are actually homeless, because people don't want to give them money because
no,
of that.
they could actually be homeless. Like the people that are asking for money, they could actually be homeless, but just don't give it to them because really,
Right.
chances are they're
that's
not
what
going
we're
to go
saying.
buy
That's what I'm saying.
food.
I'm saying
Yeah.
I feel bad for the actual homeless, because
Who are
people
actually
don't
People that are
actually
actually trying to find food, but even like
People are actually
Exactly.
trying to
you
get the
shouldn't
money
have
for
to,
good
because there are
reasons.
ministries and things like that you can go to.
Oh, I know.
So you shouldn't have to ask for money.
But
for food.
you got to realize there's people with the issue of pride. And
Yeah,
it's
and-
a big pride thing where it's like, I don't want to take hand-me-downs, or I
And
don't
some
want people
people-
to just give it to me.
And some people are trying to
And yet
feed
they
a whole
ask for money?
family, and that's kind of
That
hard
too.
with some of those programs.
What, Caleb?
But yet they ask for money, like they'll beg on the streets. Yeah, that's the pride
Well,
issue.
It's the people who want their cigarette fix over having like even the crappiest apartment to live in.
Yeah.
And that's what really gets people, because they figure, if I can't afford to live in a nice apartment, at least I can have my nice cigarettes. So then they go and buy the most expensive cigarettes
Yeah.
or the most expensive alcohol. And, it's this podcast is taking a very depressing turn.
Okay, well, let's turn it. Since we are gaming.
Wait, what? What's the time we got?
Hold on.
Okay, let me continue. I'm going to continue.
Speaking of
almost
gaming,
at
Go
36
real
minutes.
quick. I'm looking on Reddit right now. I got to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to one of the better games in the series, Battlefield Company, Bad Company 2. Happy 5th birthday.
All
right.
I never really got into Bad Company 2.
I didn't
I
either.
like
I'm-
Battlefield 2.
BF3 was my favorite.
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
it was same
Battlefield
here.
2 is my
I'm just
favorite. I love
pointing
Battlefield
out
2.
But I'm excited for
it
Hardline.
is the 5th.
Is Hardline out yet, or is that coming out this month?
It's still in beta or alpha.
No, the beta's done.
alpha.
Yeah.
Alpha's
Beta's
done. Beta's done.
I don't know.
They already released the open source beta.
Did they? Okay.
So
never
wait,
mind.
it goes alpha, beta.
Alpha beta release.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, alpha is like.
Well,
the-
what's C? Because it's alpha's A,
There is no
wait.
C. There's usually no C.
beta. I know, but what is the actual C? It goes alpha,
Release?
beta, and then what's C?
I don't think there is a C.
I don't think there is.
I know
I'm
in
not- no,
military
I'm not-
code it's Alpha Bravo Charlie.
I'm talking about, because what is it? Alpha, beta is actually, isn't that like a Greek or something?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's C for Greek? Do you know?
I don't know. Google.
Google.
Did
Yeah,
you
so
guys hear
Anthony,
that
we
the
are kind of running out of time here.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, because remember we're only going until 3:30 for Caleb.
Oh, yes. I
Unless
forgot.
Caleb wants to go a little bit later.
let's just keep going for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so we still got that one last segment. So when you're ready for that segment, Caleb, just let me know.
I was just gonna mention one more thing. Like, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but like the next Batman Arkham game, the ESRB just released that's gonna be rated M.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really weird because
What I haven't. I don't know what they are because I only do the digital download, so I'm not sure what the Arkham games.
well, the
normally
Arkham
are.
games they've all been rated T, usually for like blood,
Apparently it's
violence, and
Gamma.
suggestive themes.
Gamma C.
Yeah. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda,
So theoretically,
mu, nu, psi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau,
I like pi.
epsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega is the Greek alphabet.
okay, but so theoretically, if they needed to do, they do alpha,
Like
then
40
they do
different releases
beta.
for the game.
they could technically then have another trial version if they needed to do a ton more fix.
Yeah, but that's when they wouldn't do that. They would just fix it and then release a beta.
So they would just do beta 2.0
Yeah, it'd be beta 1.2
or 1.2.
or even be beta 1.0.1.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, because the typical release process is an alpha, which Minecraft got released first as an alpha, which was basically a trial run of the game. Will this work? Will people buy it? And then you go into beta, which is basically the full game with everything else stripped out of it, so that you can kind of get an idea of what the game's actually going to be like once it's released. And then once there's a good market for it, people express an interest in it, then it gets released. They tweak little things. The beta is basically almost a full game, whereas the alpha is very highly trial run.
Okay.
Alphas hardly ever get released to the public unless you're talking about indie games
Yes.
like Prop Hunt and Stomping Ground.
Okay. So are
Rest
we
in
ready?
peace, Stomping Ground.
Are we ready for our last segment?
Sure.
Do you even remember what it is, Caleb?
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Would you rather
No, we're not
Would
doing that.
you rather?
this or that? What would you rather?
I'm going home.
That needs to be our theme song from now on.
Yep.
Caleb,
We're then gonna put Caleb's face in the middle of it.
just I'm going home. No, we can't do the face in the middle.
Oh
we
yeah.
can't, we can't do that.
Okay.
We can
But-
just leave the I'm going home though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are.
We need to keep that soundbite.
Yes, I am. Okay, so you guys ready?
No.
I'm ready.
Would you rather everyone you meet in person has your face, or everyone you talk to has your voice?
That's an easy one. I love
Voice.
my face.
I'm going with voice.
I think everybody would look a lot better if I had my face.
See, this is why we say Caleb is the conceited one.
Absolutely.
Wait, so
I
you
agree with that
want to
100%.
keep hearing your voice?
You'd get used to it. I don't want every girl I ever meet to have my face. That'd just be weird. I could deal with her having a deep, manly voice. At least she still got a nice face.
But Caleb wants.
It'd be really entertaining to see
Caleb would
different
be-
accents. It'd be really entertaining.
See, but Caleb,
A world of
think-
me, that would be so
Caleb,
great.
Your wife would have your face.
I don't have to get married. The question was, would everybody I come in contact with?
Right, but then if you ever got married, your
I
wife...
don't have to get married. I would rather see me with like different accents and like different languages.
And boobs.
Yes, I guess. I just think it'd be
Gynecomastia.
entertaining.
If you want to see
It'd
you
be
with
great.
boobs,
Plus,
just
the
take
world would be a
steroids.
lot better with me in it. With just me in it, the world would be so much better.
Just remember, Caleb, steroids cause gynecomastia.
Yeah, indeed.
If you want boobs, gynecomastia. Steroids
Indeed.
are the way to go.
All right.
Okay.
Anthony, next one.
As long as you can deal with the roid rage.
Anthony.
This is gonna be an easy one. Would you rather be rescued by Supergirl or Superman?
Supergirl.
Wonder Woman.
No,
No, one of the two.
no shame. Supergirl.
Yeah, probably Supergirl.
No shame. Screw Superman.
I love Superman. I'm wearing socks.
Screw him.
I love Superman.
If you love him so much, why don't you wear underwear for him?
I mean, technically, I'm wearing socks for him.
Yeah, he does. Alrighty.
That's like a sin,
This-
Caleb,
this
because
is
you're a
gonna-
Batman fan.
This is gonna be a little. I think this will be a little bit harder.
Okay,
superheroes.
let's
I don't
go.
have a hate against
Caleb,
certain superheroes.
This is gonna be a little bit harder.
What?
Would you rather drink a gallon of your pee, or eat a cookie with 1 gram of your poop hidden in it?
Pee.
Wait, a gallon of pee or a gallon of what with poop hidden in it?
No, or eat a cookie with 1 gram of your poop hidden in it.
The pee. Pee is just salty. It's not that bad.
I don't
But
know.
it's only 1 gram.
Would I taste the
really,
feces?
Oh yeah.
Or would it
That's
be like...
really gross. And I
or
would.
would I be allowed to put enough sugar in it that I wouldn't taste the feces, but it would still be in there?
Oh no.
I
You
don't
gotta
want to eat
taste
my
it.
own crap. No.
It's only 1
Okay,
gram.
yeah,
I don't
guess
So
care. I
you'd
don't-
rather drink 5 gallons of your
I
pee?
thought it was just a gallon.
No,
I'd
yeah,
like-
sorry, a gallon.
I'd like drink it and then drink something else with it. I'd try and make it better, but I would not. eat my-
I think I'm gonna have to go with Bear Grylls on this one.
Yeah,
I'd rather drink my own piss.
that's just. I think it's just gross. Either way, it's gross. Either way, you look
Oh,
at
yeah.
it, but yeah. They're making. Hey, did you hear that they're making a Supergirl show?
I did not.
They are making a Supergirl show
How many more do we have here, Anthony?
and Teen Titans show, which would be cool
we
too.
can do
Teen
two more.
Titans just a rehash. It's the same voice.
We can do
actors,
2
isn't it?
more. Let me
No.
real quick find some good ones.
Okay.
No, they're making like
Oh,
a
a
live
new
action
one?
show, like a
Oh,
live action show.
Yeah, I did hear about that one.
That's awesome. I was
I'm
so
kind of
excited
excited
for
for that.
that. I am very excited for
I
it.
think that'll be kind of cool to see.
Okay.
At least
Here's
just
one.
to see what they do with it.
Would you rather get punched by Mike Tyson or get or get kicked by Bruce Lee?
Well, Bruce
Mike
Lee's
Tyson.
dead. Bruce Lee is dead, and so are so is his son. Rip.
Peter Frampton is dead, and so are all of his grandchildren.
Okay, bring that in there.
Okay.
I mean,
I'd
do they
rather
have
get
to?
punched by Mike Tyson.
You're bringing in some guy that's dead. So would they
Yeah,
be
but
coming back to
still.
life?
Yes, they would.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'm going-
probably Mike Tyson.
Yeah, just
Bruce
because
Lee was
afterwards
worse
that
than Chuck
voice.
Norris. Like,
Oh yeah.
if you think about the
that
jokes
Mike
that
Tyson
everybody
would
says
be-
about Chuck Norris, like being able to like shatter the space-time continuum with a roundhouse kick, Bruce Lee was much worse.
Yes, he was. But
I would
think just
take Chuck
because of
Norris
Mike
over Bruce Lee
Tyson-
any day.
Yo,
Bruce Lee could play ping pong with nunchucks.
That was
Yeah.
actually really cool.
It's really cool.
It is intense, but
They have a video
Tyson's-
of him doing it. It's awesome.
Tyson's voice, though. That's why I would take the punch, because afterwards I feel like it'd just be like Thowie.
Well, like he'd punch me and then he'd say something and then I'd want to punch him back because it's such an
Exactly.
annoying voice.
Right. Like, no offense, Mike Tyson. We all love you, but your voice, though. Your voice, man.
Okay. You ready for
Bite
this
your
last
ear
one?
off.
Last
I'm not
one?
sure if Caleb's gonna know this. I'm pretty sure you will.
I'm
Logan.
still looking at that picture of Sherlock Holmes. It's just the greatest
Oh
thing
my
ever.
word. Okay. I'm pretty sure Caleb, you're not gonna understand this, but you might.
Okay.
Just because it's a Reddit thing.
Is it about Blumpkins?
No, you'll see. Would you rather see a post on R Gone Wild of your father or your mother?
Wait, a post of what?
A post on R Gone Wild of your father or your
Is
mother?
this like nude stuff?
Yes.
Can I just pick neither?
Nope. And for you, Logan, just to make it worse, it'd be your stepdad.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dennis. Suicide's the best way out.
Yes. Suicide is the only option.
Yeah, you just see him over in the corner, just
Oh,
like
hold
doing the
on.
gun thing to his
what
head,
what
like
is that
yeah.
Japanese tradition? Seppuku? You have dishonored your family. The only option is now suicide. I would be committing seppuku. I have dishonored my family.
Okay, but
But
for
you know,
you,
if
Logan,
you get that
for you,
wrong,
Logan,
you're dishonoring a
Logan.
culture.
for you, it's
Might
gonna be
wanna
your
look that up.
stepdad.
I might want to look that up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for you, Logan, it's your stepdad.
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. And then I will get back to you with my answer.
Okay, Caleb.
Oh crap. You know, I've been in a locker room with my dad, so it's not like I haven't seen that before. My mother, I feel like I'd be looking at something wrong. I'm about to say my dad just because, you know, I've been in a locker room with him.
Yeah.
I know what that looks like just because.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah,
so-
it is seppuku.
oh,
Okay.
Okay, cool. Nice
Thank
fact
you,
for the
Logan.
audience there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd go with my dad just because
Okay.
I know what that looks like and it doesn't feel as wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think I would definitely go with the stepdad too, just because I've already seen that.
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
Be, let's be honest. We walk into your house
Well,
and your
he-
stepdad just kind of
No,
sitting
I
there
would rather
naked.
see neither, but since we
No.
had to choose one, yeah, I think my
He
dad.
has a nasty habit of peeing with the door open. So, you know,
or the window down.
yeah, little 5-year-old me walking by, and you know he's just like hanging out there with the bathroom door open. I'm like, Dad, close the door. So you know, and plus, like Caleb said, you've been in a locker room with your dad. You've probably already seen it. I think
Yeah.
being that it's a guy, I just don't want the Bathsheba situation, man. I don't want to like.
You want no.
I don't even like want to
No.
like see something you don't want to see.
Oh yeah.
Be who you wanna be.
Barbie girl.
You missed a part of it, but okay.
I don't even know that song.
No, it's not. Be who you want to be, Barbie girl.
B-A-R-B-I-E.
Isn't that their like logo, or whatever they're
No, that's
saying?
it's two different ones.
Why are we discussing this?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think that's all the time we have for
No,
now.
I mean we might have just a little bit more time.
Do we? I
Do
don't
we?
know.
Caleb, do you want to keep going or you want to stop?
What time is it?
It's
33.
We can get a couple more minutes.
Okay. We can
2
keep
minutes.
going.
2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes. Okay.
Um.
Also, I would like to point out that Brent just texted me from the other side of the room because
Good job,
there's
Brent.
not really a control booth here, but he texted me that Bruce Lee also was able to light matches with nunchucks.
Yes, I did see that. That was actually
Yeah.
really cool.
There's a video.
There is a video, yeah.
There's a video I posted on Facebook probably 4 months ago showing all of the different stuff he did.
He did his own stunts.
Yeah, deflecting darts, deflecting all kinds of stuff, hitting ping pongs, doing all kinds of, you know,
He was
the
an
1-inch
incredible person.
punches.
Anthony's going.
Sick.
Anthony
What?
went on a Reddit
Sick.
adventure.
Ew. Okay.
You're on Reddit, so that's
No, I'm on Would You Rather still.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, what's this one? Is this one disgusting?
It
Yeah.
probably is. And
Is
we're
it
going to get the butt
appropriate?
end of it.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Would
See-
you rather eat from your butt or take a dump from your mouth?
See, here's the problem. He's saying it's sick and he has to read it. We have to make the decision.
I know.
You and I get the butt end of this deal.
I know.
Why are we here?
Caleb, just answer the question.
I missed the question. I was
Okay,
going on
but
the rant.
here's
What?
the thing. That's like being the front end
Could you repeat
or the back end of the human
One moment.
centipede.
One moment, please.
Would you rather
It's
eat?
basically-
No, it's would you rather eat from your butt?
Repeat
So,
the
like,
question!
Would you rather eat from your butt? So like, you're eating like Cheez-Its.
How would that work?
your butthole.
Yes, up your butt.
How? Man, you gotta
Or-
like Mr. Fantastic to do
Or
that.
would you
Jesus.
rather?
Hey, you
no,
can
or
drink
would you
alcohol
rather
through your
take a
anus.
dump from your mouth?
You
I
can
missed
get drunk
I
through
missed
your
the second
anus.
part of that because Logan was...
Take a dump from your mouth. So
Would
it's
you
like
taste-
I mean,
vomiting, but it's like crap.
I think I'm gonna take the Cheez-Its up the butt.
I don't know. I
But-
think... I mean, because you already throw up, and that's gross.
Right, but
But-
then
throw
you would
up.
have to do it like daily or like every other day.
Oh, is this like daily?
Oh yeah.
it'd be your normal
Oh.
thing.
This would be
That's how you would
normal.
poop.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the cheeses because that would just be like that. Because
taking-
I don't even think I could live with like throwing up normally every day.
I'm gonna take the
My
the food up
gosh.
the butt because I know you can already get drunk by putting stuff in your butthole. So
Yes, because actually,
Your
what it
anus
is, it's going.
absorbs into
Yes,
the
it's going
bloodstream.
right into the bloodstream.
I'm just gonna go lay down on the freeway. That's what I'm gonna do.
right, I'm just never gonna eat again. I'm gonna starve myself.
Oh my
Oh
word.
jeez,
At least then you're just so you'd poop and eat out the same hole.
that is gross.
Guys, just remember, we're basically just a human-shaped donut.
Okay, so I actually heard this, and I'm still really confused. You remember in Hitch where he was talking about like putting some guy's head up another man's butt?
Yeah, no, that was
That was Hancock.
Oh, sorry, Hancock.
And he actually
not
did
Hitch.
it, and it was
Okay,
really
yes.
weird.
If
That
we
movie
had a
was not good.
conversation,
Mm.
if your head went so far up your butt, would your head come out of your mouth?
It technically would, but it has to go like 4 miles up your butt, so it doesn't work. Your intestines are like what 4 or 10 miles long.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, like, if you just kept like
Well, there'd be a point where you
shoving
wouldn't be
it
able.
in there.
You're not.
You
long
wouldn't be
enough.
able to.
You
I
turn
don't-
into a ball.
You would turn into a ball.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up how long the human intestine system
I
is.
believe it was somewhere around 4 to yeah, I think it's about 4 miles.
There's just gonna be. You're gonna come to a point where you
Wow,
just can't
Google
go
is
any
on
further.
point today, dude.
Oh
I
wow.
type in like the first 2 words
How
of it,
long
and Google
is-
comes up with it.
Wow.
It's about 30 feet. I'm sorry.
Oh, 30 feet. Yeah, see?
That's probably a general
Well,
question
no,
that
the
people ask
digestive
though.
tract, also known as the
Like doing their
gastrointestinal,
biology homework or their
continues to
anatomy homework.
Okay, yeah, the entire system from mouth to anus is about 30 feet.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
So you're a 30-foot long donut. Your anus and your mouth are just basically a tube that go through your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
And the outsides are all... Everything that's inside is also outside, technically.
I don't think. I
Yeah.
think you reach like the end of the rope there, like, or the end of the tube. You would just not be able to go any further.
Yeah, you would
Because it
just
just-
turn into a ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Event, like,
You die. Is
You
what would
would.
happen. You
your
would die.
back would, like, snap in half, and your legs would just be like...
Like what if
You'd
like you don't
suffocate.
like no, like
I
you
don't know,
don't
you
have
might
to
be able to still
breathe.
breathe.
You don't have to you don't
Well,
have
you
like
probably
bones.
die from like the.
You can just like
the
keep
ac-
like shoving yourself in there.
all the acidic liquids in your body would probably just kill you.
Just this image in my head right now. I'm sorry for all of the listeners that have to, like, hear this conversation. This is probably one of the worst.
We're firing Anthony, aren't we?
No.
We're
I
firing
like when we
you.
go. I like when we get away from the movies
think
and
I'm
stuff
not
and go to
hired.
story time.
I'm just
I
here.
mean,
Because that was one of the
speaking of
things.
story time,
No, that's one of the things that Smiley Cat did say.
I gotta go.
On Reddit.
We don't have time.
I think
like,
we have,
we
we
legitimately
have
don't
time,
have time
for this story. I think
What story is it? Just
Caleb and his mother.
no, we don't need
We
to
don't
tell
have
that
time.
story.
We just don't have time. Like I'm sitting here, like I would tell it, I just don't have time.
Okay.
Okay, we don't need to tell that story this time.
Like we need to wrap up like now.
We
Okay.
will tell that story next week. I think that'll be our starting story for next week. So hold us to it, audience. Anyway,
If we don't, I'm sorry because we do go back on our word.
we do. Sorry. So this
Yeah,
has
we
been
lie all the
podcast
time.
number 5. Thanks
Yes.
for listening, everybody.
6
and
and a half.
don't forget, like us, subscribe, follow us on Twitter at Barking Rat Media, and please, 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 I can't stress this enough. Check out our GoFundMe campaign, gofundme.com/BarkingRatMedia. Also, we are now on Facebook and on iTunes. So if you want to download us through iTunes, just search us and we should pop up. Should be the only search result.
I'm gonna
So-
check.
I'm not gonna say anything about this.
Yeah, because you don't know anything about that.
Well, no, I was gonna say something smart.
Just say it.
Say it.
You're a bunch of beggars.
Again.
Again.
Yeah, well, we are on iTunes, so if you guys want to download on iTunes, podcasts will be available to download through iTunes the week after they air on YouTube, just because we do still want that sweet, sweet YouTube traffic.
Yes, if you do type in Barking Rat,
It does come up.
it's the only thing that comes up. It comes up as a podcast.
Fantastic.
So
I still hate the name.
Hate the name, love the player.
Hey, yeah.
Can we get like a
Hate
new
the name,
logo?
love the band, love the music, buy the CD anyway.
Let's get
Do not download
Can
it
we get
from
like
the
a
internet
less
for free.
cheesy, just like logo?
Yeah, we're
I
working
looked at our
on it.
logo and it's just like it's really
we
cheesy
are working on
looking,
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's
we are working on
expensive to
it.
have professional graphic artists do
Let's
that.
just do it ourselves.
I've been working on
We
it.
do like a royalty like template.
I've been working on it.
No templates.
No,
Well, not
I
a
don't,
template.
I don't
like,
want
just
to do
get
a template.
words. Just make a word.
No, I do want the icon.
We want an icon.
We want, because then we can post that on merch. Anyway, this has been podcast number 5.
With Anthony.
Caleb and Logan, because Caleb was
And then
too
there's
busy.
Denick and Brent.
Yeah, Dennis
Yeah,
and
they
Brent are
showed
just
up.
kind of here. They didn't say
They need to
anything.
go away. What
All right.
they do.
Bye,
Alrighty.
everybody.
Bye.
We love you.
Get out of here.
Bye.